Broadcasting live from sunny South Florida and the best way to start your Saturday. This is KMA Talk Radio. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of fine cigars. And now your KMA crew. The man with the scoop, William Cooper. Alex the Goat Tavella. And always telling it like it is, Honest Abe Dababneh.
I like to smoke them like the Winston Churchill, like John Kennedy, yeah. Remember Coach Red Auerbach, smoked up for victory, yeah. Well, you can take my wife, you can take my car, but you can't take my big cigar. My cigar.
Hey, good morning to all our loyal listeners, libertarians, and lovers of the leaf. Honest Abe here. We are broadcasting KMA episode number 594. And as always, I'm here with my trusted crew, the KMA crew, Alex, the man they know as the GOAT, Tavella, our dear friend always bringing you industry news, teaser, and rumor-free, William the Scoop Cooper, and bringing some class and beauty to our show this morning, our dear friend, Jessica Brand.
I was doing a last minute camera adjustment. I missed you.
It's all good. It's all good. I was about to do it myself. It was all good. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
6 away from the big 600.
6 away from 600. And this is what, 11? Or are we into our 12th year? God, how long ago was?
I think it's 14. I think it's 14.
I was going to
Yeah,
say, I don't even know. How
15.
long ago was J.C. Newman, man? It was, God, because that was our 10-year round. Was that that long ago?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So yeah, definitely. I mean, this show came around. I want to say it was 2011.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah, our 10th came before the 500, right? We did the 10th, we did the 500.
Yeah, they're close to the same time.
Yep.
And what do you? I figure we do. We'd probably do 40 a year, give or take.
Yeah, we
missed a few.
Actually, we had to squeeze a couple best ofs like in the next 8 weeks to make sure the 600 landed on a week where we're all around.
Where everybody was right.
Yeah. So I thought I'd see you last night.
I was up early. I had left when I.
Oh, okay.
Went down. I was
It was actually a nice event. Last night we had the grand opening of our West Palm Beach.
Big name. Maybe I don't know. What do you call it?
Grand opening.
Yeah, it's kind of
a grand opening. That's what I was calling it. They called it grand opening, but it's not really a grand opening. But basically, our West Palm Beach location changed from a Davidoff Lounge to a Casa de Monte Cristo. So we spent the last year, rebranding everything in the store, changing all the signage, and we just had a little party to celebrate. It was actually a very nice turnout last night. It's a good crowd.
And it looks great in there.
That's good.
They did a nice job. A couple things I noticed last night that still need tweaking, but
yeah, but that's always whenever you walk in.
It's funny because somebody made a post in the social group today trying to understand what Casa de Monte Cristos are and how that works. And I mean, look, basically, as a retailer, it's always good to develop the best partnerships you can. And, this has been going on for decades. So, manufacturers would love to have their name and branding in a shop. They know it's a high traffic shop. It's a great advertising opportunity. I mean, people walk in the shop every day and see basically your company's logos and art and however nicely it's themed. So they will work with certain retailers to brand a store or a lounge. And the Casa de Monte Cristo one is kind of really funny because it started out as they had. I'm going way back now. They used to have Monte Cristo lounges first, which was basically the lounge area. What was that?
Like Caesars in Vegas type, or no? That's actually a
no. Yeah, no. They would just designate the lounge area. A lot of people had a separate lounge area, and that would be a branded thing. So the first official Casa de Monte Cristo store where it was that's what it was named was actually a place in Chicago, and it was another retailer's shop, but they renamed their whole shop. They had another location that had been there for years, a good retailer in Chicago, and it was a different name. And when they opened the Casa de Monte Cristo, they didn't even use their like original name. So, which I kind of never understood. So like we were the second Casa de Monte Cristo in the country at the time. So we actually knew the people up in Chicago. I flew up, my family's there. I went to their lounge. In fact, the triangle in our rare and vintage room was an idea I got after visiting their stores because they had a nice little triangle room. But yeah, they were nice enough to let me come visit, look at the work they did. They built a beautiful Casa de Monte Cristo out there, but I didn't want to not use our company name. You know, we had been in business 20 years, you know, and, you know, it was a branded name. So like, you know, we just called it Smoke Inn's Casa de Monte Cristo. And I don't know if another retailer or two did that before they started opening up their own branded lounges, because that was like a thing for a period there, that these manufacturers were opening up, you know, branded lounges and whatever. And then they went on a tear for like a year or two of just opening up retail shops.
Well, now a lot of lounges do it where it's just like the VIP room. That's
like how it started out originally,
yeah.
Jess.
Yeah.
That's how it really started out originally. They were just like the lounge area only was the branded store. So then Casa started opening up their own stores. So there are some Casa de Monte Cristos that belong to Altadis USA, and then there's branded stores like mine where it's more like a partnership and a licensing agreement to use all their imagery and stuff to brand the lounge. And you know, I think Jeff's store in Orlando was kind of the same way. It wasn't even called Corona Cigars for many years. It was Davidoff. It was a Davidoff store.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, without using the name Corona, because probably Davidoff wouldn't allow it. I'm sure Jeff probably would have loved to have said Corona.
Davidoff was definitely the bigger sign. Corona was very.
Oh, was Corona's name on the building? I never even noticed. Okay.
It was just really
small. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
So I mean, and that's what these things are about. So yeah, we just kind of had a little party last night. It was very nice. Actually, I saw David Figueroa and his wife. They came up from Miami last night. Nice. Polished Puff. Follow her page.
Yeah,
actually,
she's awesome.
Angie's great. Follow her page. But yeah, they came up from Miami. It was a good time. It was a good time.
You know, I got to credit Altadis too. You know, as a guy who ran said store with the previous partnership, Altadis they're a good partner. They're a good. When you need something, it comes. When they want to do something, it comes. And also, a lot of people don't realize too, but it's not just a branded lounge. There are some reasonably decent Casa de Monte Cristo exclusives.
Absolutely.
You know, that are actually probably people don't even realize are Casa. There's like an Oliva Milano size we carry that's a Casa exclusive.
It's actually a great seller.
Yeah, it is. It is.
They have those little Monte Cristo 1935, the petite size, the short.
Yeah.
Those are really good sizes as well. So yeah, they do tend to take care of their partners there. I've been pretty impressed with what they've done, and it seems like they really have invested a lot in that program for sure.
So, and Coop, they're just a good part. Hey, our umbrellas all broke. The wind umbrellas are there in 4 days.
They are very good partner. I deal with them too on Coop, and they're a very good partner. Yeah.
So it's funny because when you've been in the industry long enough, you see the cycles. When I first got in this business, one of my mentors, which I've talked about many times on the show, Sal Fontana, the nickname for Altadis was Al Qaeda. That's what he would say. He would call him Al Qaeda, and because they were a very detached company back then. I don't think they really were working with any retailers or anything, and that started to change. God, I can't say how far back, but really started changing maybe about 15 to 20 years ago, somewhere in there. And then as regimes changes, and honestly, to be honest with you, as Raphael got more involved or whatever, they just really have become a retailer's good. They've really honed in their skills in working with their retailers and understanding how to do that better. And it was really funny because when I first got in, General kind of had that role, and then General just kind of fell off the map. You know, there was a good 9 years where I didn't even order anything from General Cigars. And now I've been witnessing over the last 5 years that starting to change. And I think a lot of it has to do ultimately with leadership. You know, the resources are the same, but they get different leadership, and people understand things and see things a different way. And, I'm starting to see that change with General over the last 5 years.
Yeah, you introduced me to Mealy. He's a great guy, by the way.
You can't ask me questions when I'm live on the air, bro. No, come here. This is my son standing in front of me. He's open.
Wait a minute.
Can I make some eggs? It's in pink.
Can I make some eggs?
No.
He's shaking his head because I'm showing it live on the air. Now, what does it say here?
Can I make some eggs? That's a solid. Man. That is a solid teleprompter. I have no issues with this. Well done.
He kind of, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wait, hold on. I know, but you don't understand. You don't understand. This is my son. This is not a yes or no answer. This comes with who's awake, who's around the kitchen to watch you fucking cook.
Okay, right.
Oh yeah, no. This comes with about 5 questions. This thing this is not a thumbs up, thumbs down question. When it comes, one of my daughters, absolutely. You know,
that's actually the final question. There's a lot of precursors.
Precursors to determine the yes or the no. This is not. Is your mom awake? Yes, she is. Go ask your mother. Is Zara awake? Is Zara or is
Well, Judge Wapner's decision.
Oh my gosh, Abe, how old is he? 9?
11.
Oh, 11. He's 11. Oh, okay.
I'll tell you a funny story. So he took a culinary class this summer, so he's all into cooking. And it's funny, Alex. I know you haven't done it yet, and shame on you. But Patsy's Pizza, haven't done it yet, have you?
Yeah, no, I haven't done it down in Boca.
Double shame on you. So I try to go there at least once a month, twice a month, and we went like a week ago. Actually, we went with the pausers when the pausers were in town, and just to give you an idea, I mean, just look at this. But
I know. No, Patsy's.
It is.
Wow, look at that crust.
Yeah, it is perfect. This is the best pizza you're gonna get in Code. But here's the cool thing. So the owner, Anton, super nice guy, starts talking with my son. My son mentions he takes a culinary class. He took a culinary class in the summer and how he made pizza in his school. Next thing I know, they got this kid behind the counter making a pizza. Awesome. Look at him.
Nice.
He's making a pizza.
Is he wearing a bucket hat?
Yes.
I love it.
And then after he made the pepperoni pizza, let me see here. The owner gave it to him to take home.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Yeah, Anton's a really good guy. Patsy's Pizza, I'm telling you, anybody here in South Florida, if you haven't been there, is the closest thing you're going to get to a great New York pie anywhere in Florida. I don't care. I've been to Miami. I've been to some of the best places in Miami. Patsy still holds the title.
You know what's interesting? I heard from almost everybody I went. Everything else is like, it's okay, it's good, but the pizza's over the top.
Everything is good. It's not like
it's good. It's not right, but
it's good. Like we'll go there and we'll order other stuff other than pizza. Sometimes we'll have pizzas as appetizers.
Nothing. It's good appetizers. It's nothing's like
right.
The pizza is like over the top.
But I think what happens is that the pizza is such an extraordinary level on everybody else's pizza that they're expecting the food to be on an extraordinary level.
Right. No, I get your plate, but that's what it's just.
If the pizza was an average pizza, probably a lot of people would say, listen, when I first ate it the first night, because I'll be honest with you, how I found it was our friend from La Casa Grande, Paul, he was in town. He's like, I'm like, well, you want to go have a bite? I'm like, yeah, I'll find a nice spot. We'll all go out. And I was really in the mood to kind of have a nice dinner. Like, my friend just opened up a pizzeria here. I'm saying to myself, man, I really don't want to go to a pizzeria tonight. I was looking to have like a nice meal or whatever. And he just kind of wouldn't let it go. And I was trying to be polite and nice about it. I was like, no, come here, come on. So I looked at my wife, she's like, where are we going? I was like, yeah, we're going to a pizzeria. Let me tell you something. It was a great meal. And I actually told the owner that night, I said, having the word pizzeria in your name almost does your restaurant injustice because the food's, you're expecting like pub food. Right. When something's called a pizzeria.
It's like Pizza Time, too. It's like it's a good restaurant. It's called Pizza Time. No, So sometimes the name doesn't match what you got going on.
But no, it's a good restaurant. If you get anybody who's on here, if you get a chance, go see Patsy's, man. It's really I know you love our beats, but I like it better than our beats.
No, I know. I have to get it.
Yeah.
Actually, I gotta get a haircut. I might go if they're open early. I might grab a pie while I'm down there.
So as we're starting to show, what is everybody smoking today? I dug in my wife's humidor every Saturday morning. It's like, what does my wife have today?
Right.
I feel like Kevin does that to me a lot.
So my wife has an LBT blue.
Ooh, nice.
Now, what's funny is what I did find is, and Alex, I don't even know if you remember us making these. We make so many things over the years, we forget what we make. But do you remember these? This is actually a super fucking nice cutter.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have any of these. We don't have any of these. I haven't seen one of these in the shop.
Not
in
even.
years,
I was going
years.
to. They're not even in a counter in one of the
Yeah,
stores.
there's not one in any one of my retail shops. But this is
Oh,
actually a super. This is like the one you carry in that small pocket of yours on your jeans and stuff. This is
nice and thin. Nice and thin.
Do you know how long ago that you made those?
Oh,
no.
God. 5, 6, 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
And look,
Somewhere
cuts like
in
a
there.
charm, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cuts like a charm. So that's what I'm smoking today. What's everybody else smoking?
I'm actually smoking. I'm smoking a limited edition cigar that's not supposed to be limited edition, but when you find them, you might as well grab them because I don't think Pete Johnson has any rhyme or reason to when he makes Kahonu 2003s.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So while the shop had them yesterday, I said, let me grab a few.
I think he makes them but on a limit, they're limited basis. He makes them.
Yeah,
so
they're not limited edition, but
right.
There's not a high production of these things going around.
Yep. I got McAuliffe Green. Abe, thank you for this. When I saw you down in Florida, Abe did get me some of these, so I am enjoying this in the Toro size.
What did you think of this one compared to
really
the
liked it. I would say it's in my top 2 with the black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And I'm not I'm not a Matafina or a Brazilian tobacco guy at all, but I really do like this.
Yeah, that one so far has been one of my favorites out of the color series.
Yeah, they did a great job with this.
Yeah, they did. I'm smoking the Micro Series Rocky Patel, the Royal Guard. I smoke
good stick.
So,
it is a good stick.
Yeah.
Good stick.
So,
Nice beefy size too. I like it.
Yeah.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. That was the wrong size.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's right.
That was the wrong size. They made the wrong size. It was supposed to be a standard Toro. These things showed up. I called them. I'm like,
Well, that definitely would change the blend of it too.
I said, this is not a Toro.
Oh.
Yeah, they actually, I don't know how it happened. They actually made the wrong size. And anybody who got a box, if you bought a box, you'll notice there's a sticker on it that says Toro Grande.
Well, yeah. I was like,
if you peel that sticker back, you will see the word Toro. But that stuff happens.
Yeah,
it happens.
We're not going to send the cigar back for 4 ring gauges, shit.
No, and those boxes are beautiful. Can you imagine having to rebrand the box to? Oh no,
yeah.
No. That's a whole nother issue in itself.
And let me say this too. Just a lot of people, I feel like sometimes Rocky Patel gets some people just have a negative, gets a bad rap.
I agree.
And for those of you, and that's fine, but I would highly suggest to you if that has been your historical conclusion of Rocky Patel cigars, I would highly suggest that you maybe seek out some of them cigars coming out of his Nicaraguan factory. If you're not into the regular, what you're used to from Rocky Patel, the Nicaraguan factory is producing cigars that are different than what you're used to.
Is that where Emerald's made?
I believe that's where Emerald made. That's where Royal Guard was made. I'm telling you,
Emerald.
Yeah,
Emerald was a look. Here's the thing with Rocky, and you're right. It's really weird because Rocky's got hardcore fans, because usually you either got hardcore fans or somebody just doesn't care for the brand, right?
Yeah.
But Rocky's one of those polarizing people. He's got hardcore fans and they got people who just dig on his company, right?
Yeah.
And a couple things. One is, and I can say this honestly, I mean, it may be different now after, three decades, but Rocky literally was one of the hardest working guys I've ever seen in this industry. All right. Literally was doing events and stuff like a world tour, driving from city to city, sleeping in back seats of cars. Rocky is one of the people in our industry who is most, and there's a handful, he's not the only one, but he has always been one of the most predominant lobbyists and advocators for our industry.
100%. 100%.
Whatever. And regardless of what you say, I know, because I know him personally, he's really passionate about the business and passionate about cigars. Yeah. So, I think because Rocky, and look, we've teased him about it on this show over the years. He's one of these guys whose kind of philosophy is we're going to make cigars, we're going to put them out there. And Rocky probably may have released more new lines than probably any other company in our industry. I think that's where that happens a little bit, but everybody has a different business method because look, is a small little entity like we are catering to a very extreme narrow niche of consumers. I don't care how much I like a cigar, you know, at the end of the day, I want consumers to enjoy it and buy it. That's why we do it. And it's so hit and miss sometimes. Things I think are great, they don't go forward. So I understand that philosophy. We're just going to release stuff across the spectrum, to, you know, and see what hits. And I think that's kind of been his theory, where a lot of the people like the conservatives, where they'll release something very not often and new and whatever, but it's worked.
You know, I agree. And back to Alex's point, he's doing some really good stuff with San Andreas wrappers right now. And I think he's doing some of the best work with his San Andreas wrappers of a lot of people. So if you're looking for something like we're going to be trying to find what your niche is with Rocky, check out some of the San Andreas stuff he's been doing out of that Nicaragua factory, because it's really good. And I think he did a great job, by the way, on the cigar for the micro blend. And I like the size. So he's doing good stuff out of that factory.
Listen, size is a little bigger than I personally enjoy and whatnot, but you know, we sell tons of that.
Let me tell you, it still smoked good. That side wasn't. Yeah. Oh, you know, it was a bigger Toro, but it wasn't like, you know, this is like 60. You know, it was and smoked well. You know, it's interesting, Abe. You and I had a conversation years ago, whatever. But you know, I totally agree. At this point, you know, Rocky could be a lifestyle brand. Like I would buy a leather Rocky Patel wallet, or if I was a designer, luxury goods. He really could. You look at his cutters and lighters.
He's been trying to do that for a while now. He makes some of the coolest carry bags. He makes cutters. Like he's been trying to do that. The problem is, and outside of really Davidoff, let me try to think here before I say this out loud.
I think I know what the problem is.
Outside of Davidoff, I think he may be the closest thing to a real lifestyle brand. Coop?
Agree.
Yeah, agree.
Okay.
Agree. I was just down at Bern over the weekend.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you even go down to Bern or Naples area, he's in a really good area. It's very beautiful there, and all the shops. Yeah. He could do really well, like branching out with other things.
Yeah. I think the mark that he's missing, and I think this really has to do with his age and where he's at in his career. I think it was 20 years ago, you'd see a different focus on it. But to really achieve that next level of what I think he's been trying to tap into, it requires major investment, major work. You can't just make cool shit. Now you got to start marketing just your cool shit, which means you just can't make a cool carry case or a cool duffel bag, man. You got to start making like a belt, and then you got to start wearing it.
And not just that too. You also have to stop giving it away at cigar events.
100%.
It's got 100%. This is not a swag item. This is my luxury line. It has nothing.
Yes, he wants to be a lifestyle band, but he still wants to have a value when he's selling cigars. And
right. It's got to not.
You got to make the brand and get away from the cigars.
Yeah. Once the brand is going, then I can give away a Rocky Patel.
I think he can make that jump, but I don't think at this point in his career he wants to
age. Sure, who wants
that kind of effort?
Investment, financial investment.
Yeah, work. Because here's the problem too: is once you say, okay, I'm going to drop a whole shitload of money and try to launch this division, you're not like vacationing and everything's running on autopilot now. Now you're back to the grind and doing stuff. And I don't know if he wants to make that jump. Maybe he is just. I've seen some new advertising they're doing and some of the things, and it's apparent that's what they want to try to create. But maybe they're happy and content to try to create it as best they can with still incorporating it with part of the cigar business and doing it as added value.
Look at Kevin trying to stir the pot
here.
He's trying to stir the pot.
I'm trying to determine whether I want to take that bet.
I don't know.
I'm not taking bets with you, Abe, but I'm not. This one is it makes a lot of sense. I mean, if anyone's going to acquire them, I believe
I think
I'm not doubting that this could easily happen. I'm just trying to see.
I think it's
next year would be the year.
So what I'm saying, and even if it happened, would it happen in time for 2026? I think it's a good bet, Abe.
The only way it happens in 2026 is if it's already in the works.
It's already in motion for sure.
Yes.
I mean,
how long the due diligence is on shit like this.
Yeah.
It would have to be already in the works. Interesting.
Yeah. I have a fun story about Rocky. When I worked at Corona, he showed up and was like hanging out in the lounge. And then he went back to his hotel and brought a whole bunch of people that he met from the lobby and just like bought them all cigars and drinks and hung out until like 3 or 4 in the morning, way after Corona was closed. But he just found these people just randomly at a hotel and was like, hey, come back to Corona and hang out. And he just like hooked them up with cigars and drinks all night. And a lot of these people weren't even cigar smokers. They were just like there. It was insane.
So
I'm like, Rocky.
I mean, I guess it's now become the Rocky Morning Show, but here's a great story. Coop probably knows. Don't know if Jess knows. Don't know if Alex knows. Pretty confident the majority of people watching or listening do not know. But Rocky had a life-altering moment that would have changed the course of the career of his life. That almost happened, I think, 3 times. Can you imagine something almost happening 3 times?
No.
And not happening? So people are going to be shocked at this. I can't tell you what year it is. If Coop knows, he may be better at than me. But there was a point where the CEO of Davidoff USA was a man named Peter Benninger. And if you ever went to a Davidoff function and had to listen to Peter Benninger, nice guy, absolutely brutal. Today we're here at Davidoff USA. Oh, God, yeah, it was brutal. So, and if you wanted the epitome of someone who probably didn't relate to any of the U.S. retailers, it was Peter Benninger. Rocky was supposed to be the next head of Davidoff.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, I think this was going back. This is a great story. I think this is going back to when he was still Indian Tobacco before he became.
It was around 2005. I heard this story before I kind of got into things.
Before he became officially Rocky Patel Cigars. Most people don't even know this. Rocky's company was Indian Tobacco Cigars. He had some licensing deal with Indian Motorcycles. So that was literally the band. If anybody's familiar with the logo for Indian Motorcycles, that was the band. Ain't gonna lie, shit cigars. It pretty much became an internet marketing thing. And they were actually smart enough that when they created Rocky Patel Cigars, they made it an internet brand and they just killed it off altogether. They we don't want any association with that old brand. Or it could have been the licensing deal was over or whatever happened. I don't really know
his other partner, Phil Zengi, kept the licensing deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So started his own brand. And I'll never forget when I think I met him in Naples. And he's showing me at that time, hadn't been out yet, what they were working on, which was the 92 and the 90. And I'm looking at a band that says Rocky Patel. I'm saying to myself, bro, nobody's buying a cigar with the name Patel. I literally I mean, listen, if anybody's proved me wrong time and time again, it's him. Because when I first saw the Edge come out, I'm like, dude, 100-count boxes are never going to fly in a fucking retail store. I mean, literally built this company on Edge. But what happened was, I mean, look, this was a big thing to literally, I don't know if Davidoff was going to acquire Indian Tobacco or what the deal was, but Rocky was supposed to be the next president of Davidoff. It leaked out. Now, I know it leaked out at least once before. And when it leaked out, I think maybe they were trying to do it without Peter knowing it or whatever. They shut it down completely. So that deal was off the table. Now, it may have happened one more time or may not. For some reason, I'm seeing 3 times in my head, but it could have been just twice. So right before the trade show, supposedly, they had gotten a separate suite. There wasn't anybody's name, and they were meeting to revisit this deal and make it happen again. All right. And, the story was, I mean, this was it. They're going to iron out all the things, they were kind of coming to agreement at trade show, and it leaked out on the trade show floor. And that was the end of that. Now, if that happens,
it's no Rocky Patel Cigars. Yeah.
No Rocky Patel Cigars. I mean, listen, in all reality, it could have happened. He could have went to Davidoff for 3-5 years, and but who knows where that road takes him then.
But then I think Decade happened, and it changed everything for him.
Oh well, for sure.
Yeah.
Decade came after Edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Decade came after Edge, and
Edge changed everything for him.
Edge changed it, but what happened is Decade got him.
Decade legitimized him.
It got him the critical acclaim, is what it got him.
Decade legitimized him.
Yes,
Edge changed everything for him.
Yeah.
I sometimes people don't realize as a company, you really build your company on one product. Right. I mean, listen, I ain't gonna lie. My company was built on the first Smoke in West Palm Beach was my second location. I mean, that was the fire and the fuel. When I had opened up that store, I'll never forget, Rex, who was at that time my rep for Ashton.
Ashton?
Yes. And then became like, a God-loving, piece.
That was a clean shaven and
yes, clean shaven, tie and shirt every day to now a peace-loving 70s, Jesus disciple. Yeah, Drew a state rep. But
yeah.
They'll have that effect.
He looked at that store and said, dude, this store is going to be a monster. And, this is my second store. I'm in this industry for 4 years, maybe at the time, and I don't even understand where his site coming from, but sure as shit, the kid was right. And that store helped fund launching the website, helped fund all the other stores, because it's a lot easier to build stores when you don't need them to be profitable. That's what people don't understand, right? You could wait it out. You could build it out. It's when you open up a business for the first time and that business has to feed my family, pay my employees, do everything. The shit gets very stressful. When you open up a store and everybody could survive and function without that store ever making money, now you could nurture it. Now you could baby it. Now you can hopefully make it grow. And that's kind of the beauty of the synergies when, like, we had our big expansion years. I mean, I think one point we're up to 12 locations. Is that once the infrastructure is in place and all the synergies in place, I acquired a lot of stores during that period. I call that the Brandy pregnancy period. She was like pregnant for 6 years straight, so I just kept building. I just kept building stores to get the fuck out of the house. But we acquired a lot of stores, and it was really easy because, and this is kind of where I've learned this phrase. Typically, the biggest liability to any small business, mostly, is the owner. The owner doesn't know how to manage himself. He tries to live a lifestyle regardless of the means of the business. Will end up
very easy to commingle funds.
Yes,
small business.
Is Coop frozen, or do we need to check his pulse?
Oh, no,
there you go. You haven't moved or breathed or blinked in about 5 minutes. I swore you were frozen.
Oh wow.
If you take the owner out of the equation, business is profitable and does well. So as I was acquiring it, that was what we found. We buy the place. The owner wasn't running it right. We take him out of the equation. Business doesn't need profitable, and all those businesses flourished. And every single one we acquired is still around today. So, that's the thing. When it comes to small business. But I even forgot why I started this whole tangent.
I don't know. We're talking about
Rocky
and Ed Grove.
West Palm Edge was that fire for Rocky Patel cigars. That thing was such a big hit and was churning and burning and whatever. That product gave him the ability to do a lot of the other things.
Have any of you had the cigar Thunder, that Nimish that he made for
Thunder from the Blunder?
It is one of the best cigars. I love that cigar, but it's not.
I remember,
but it's not like a thing,
That was a bad move on their part. That was not that the cigars were bad. It was a bad move because they were really. I think it was Rocky's trying to strategize, like, how do I take all the spotlight off me? Right.
He was trying to do brands for Nish and Nimish at the time.
Yeah.
So Thunder was Nimish's brand. Yeah. And I forgot what Nish's brand was called. Zen.
Oh, I don't think I've had that one.
Box Press Connecticut, actually. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I know, honestly, but two awful names. Thunder and
the names, the
really terrible. And
no, good.
Well, you look it up to see if you can find the product images?
No, I remember Thunder. If I rember, it was like green.
We had the green and gold bag.
Yeah, we had Thunder. Thunder was green.
Yeah. Fantastic cigar, though.
No, but I was just going to.
There's some gems over the years of Rocky's produced, and some of them just haven't made it for whatever reason.
I don't know.
Stick for stick, Ryan. I'm gonna venture to say, and I don't know this for a fact, I'm talking my ass. Stick for stick, I'll guarantee you they sell more sticks of Edge than anything else in their portfolio.
I would agree.
That is vintage.
And there's a lot that Edge has really grown into a monster brand. There's a lot of different lines on now under Edge as well. So I think he's got like a ton of wrappers. There it is. That's the Zen.
Oh yeah, I don't think I've ever had that.
Now that's a really old picture because I think he had to change the ZEN to XEN.
Oh, I don't even remember being XEN.
I thought it was XEN at one point.
I don't even.
You're right, Cooper. You're right.
I remember when this came out. It was a little bit of a controversy.
You're right.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yep.
I don't.
They had to change. They had to change that. I remember. I don't know who had. I don't know who had it. So, but someone had it. This was like. So they brought Zen, I think, to the trade show.
If I had to bet blindly, I'd say it was Lou Rothman.
Well, he's got everything. Yeah.
Lou Rothman had a portfolio of fucking trademarks, bro. And I'll tell you something. Java was actually called Alex. Jess, I know Coop knows. Does anybody know what Java
I don't know.
I'm trying to remember.
Coop, you don't remember?
I don't remember. I know it was called something else, but I don't remember.
So at one of the years, whenever it came out on the trade show floor, all over the Rocky booth was a different name for Java. By the second day of the trade show, all the signs were taken down, and they had to make new signages. And it literally got renamed overnight at the trade show.
Yeah, I didn't know that. What was it? Yeah.
Mocha.
Jeez.
And if my memory serves me correct, Lou Rothman had the trademark on Mocha. So they got a cease and desist first day of the trade show. And that name changed real fast to Java.
Yeah. Javas are a really popular seller too.
Java,
you know? The Java Mint is my favorite. If I had to choose, I would do the Mint. It's like it's got more chocolate than mint, but it's cooling. If I was going to smoke anything flavored,
you know, I never understood why these things were done. Maybe Coop could explain it to me or whatever. But Java was an odd thing at the time because you know, for whatever reason, Rocky had Drew Estate make it for him.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know if this is still the case, but it fucking had Drew Estate's logo on the box.
It still
I'm pretty sure it still does.
It still does.
But Rocky, I don't think was as vertically integrated back then when he took on this project.
Okay, listen to me. I get that. So maybe he wasn't ready to make Java on his own. But have you ever in the history of being in this culture, business, whatever, seen there's a lot of times people will make cigars for other companies for whatever reasons, access to tobacco, production, whatever. But have you ever can you imagine if Fuente's logo were on JC Newman boxes? Mm-hmm. Or my father's logo were on Ashton boxes that Ashton was selling? It's just I don't know how that ever happened and why it happened that way, but it was a very weird.
Yeah, it's even on the band. Like it says Java, and then it says
listen,
anybody looking at that product for whatever reason, 100% thinks it's a Drew Estate product.
Yeah.
Well, listen, from a sales perspective to customers, I really just look at them as tobacco is the round version and Java is the box press version.
Which, hold on. Another thing now, right? I go to you as a company, I want you to make me this flavored cigar. And then a year or whatever later, you're making your own version of my fucking cigar. Very weird. Well, AJ's the one that's a little weird on that because AJ does put his name on the Altadis cigars and the General cigars. More Altadis. They do put them, but it's not the AJ Fernandez.
But you don't see his logo. You don't
see the logo. Yeah,
it'll be Monte Cristo by AJ Fernandez. But
I want to say when Espinosa did,
I'm going to tell you this in that particular situation, right? It's not branded as AJ product. They're branding who's making it.
True. Right. Okay? Exactly.
So,
big difference.
But Drew, you could tell it's an H. Upman cigar from Altadis, right? If you look at a Java box, it looks like a Drew Estate product. I don't even know to see Rocky Patel cigars anywhere on it.
The only one I know that I can think of is when Espinosa and General did the Warzone, and that was sold by General. The Espinosa logo was on it. That's the only one I could think of.
Or was it just the name that was on?
That was a one and done project.
Was it?
Yeah, it was kind of it was a small run.
You know,
they did have the E logo on it, I believe.
I gotta tell you, man, the more Abe says it, and you don't realize it until you really realize it. I mean, if I don't know who Rocky Patel is, this is a Drew Estate product.
I mean, 100,000%.
It's on a hang tag, no less.
Yeah,
his name is nowhere on the
This is Drew Estate product.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a weird.
Very interesting.
It's such a weird. Like, you're not seeing the Abe thing in his logo on anything he makes for him on a call.
Do we know which one came first?
Java.
Did it come first?
Yes.
Because it would almost make sense if Tobacco came first and Rocky was like, hey, can you make me?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, listen, I'm 99.9999999% it's Java. But even if I'm wrong, the determining factor is I don't think Drew Estate makes Java if they already have Mocha. Why would you? I'm pretty sure they made Java and because Rocky had a hard time keeping it in stock. Still does sometimes because, if Drew Estate's having production problems, guess what gets put to the back burner?
Everybody else.
Yeah, there's
Tobacco's coming before Java for sure.
Tobacco's being made before Java 100%.
Yeah. But I will tell you that it's harder to get a Tobacco than it is to get a Java. Those Tobaccos are always out of stock at a lot of lounges. Those go fast.
Well, you know what? I think probably because a lot of those people don't realize.
I'm going to get Rocky drunk.
And get the scoop and get the real scoop.
Rocky fucked up next time I'm with him. I really want to understand this because it really is something now in 20 years of being in this business. I just don't understand what the thinking was. I can't even theorize on why it was done.
Oh, making money.
Because
in the end, he's making money. I think.
Did he feel so? That could be the answer. Actually,
right? Honestly,
his name on it wouldn't sell it, and throwing the Drew Estate on it, name it would help move because Drew Estate was big. Now they weren't as small. They were getting ground.
Sure. So, and especially as a flavored and infused.
It also well, there you go, Alex. You just said it. That may be why it's a standalone brand in a lot of ways for him. Yeah. And then it's separated from Rocky Patel is the premium traditional hand rolled stuff.
You see, talking shit, we figure shit out. Look at that.
I wonder if it's also it probably makes the cut, the whole flavor goes.
He doesn't want his company name on any flavored shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Rocky was a little smarter than we
said.
And he's still making money. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah. What does he care?
But I'll give you my favorite Rocky story real quick. Speaking of drunk Rocky and lifestyle,
I got to get mine in too. Yeah, after that.
But I went with Abe. We went to Rocky's 50th birthday party?
Yeah, where you got almost bit by a horse.
So it was I know. It was Abe for a photo op.
He did almost get bit by a horse.
So we go to this part. It's out in Naples, and it's not at Bern. It's at a horse ranch, but it's not a normal horse ranch. It's like a gazillionaire who likes horses. So I decided to build a horse ranch type of horse ranch. Is that fair, Abe? This was not like
pretty much.
Yeah. But anyway, so Abe, we're there, and I mean it's the most over the top birthday party I've ever been to. Who knows what this guy spent on the party? But the people watch is incredible. And Abe and I we're people watching. Actually, we spent most of the night with Kirk Kendall.
Yes.
Jennifer that night. But the people watching was incredible. And there's this one guy, and the guy is somewhere between, he's that kind of guy. He's somewhere between 80 to 95 years old. And he's got the billionaire hair. So, you know he's the billionaire. This guy is the billionaire. I don't know. We don't know this guy yet, but we know this guy is somewhere between 80 and 95. He still walks like he's 50. So, he's got the kind of money to take care of himself. He's got the billionaire hair. But we're intrigued. But sure enough, within the night, here comes Rocky with the guy. And for whatever reason, why he's there, I don't know. But it turns out Bobby Bahama, the creator of Tommy Bahama, is just casually hanging at Rocky Patel's birthday party. Literally.
That's insane.
So we got the whole story. Apparently, Bobby and his friend who was on a boat decided to make a brand, which turned into Tommy Bahama. And there he is. Oh, no, it could have been it could have been Bobby's horse ranch for all we knew.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Right.
suddenly Abe and I found ourselves talking to Bobby Bahama.
Super nice guy. I mean, he chatted
Super nice
for a
guy.
while with us. Really, really nice guy.
His demeanor matched the clothing, the lifestyle.
Yes,
Chill.
yes.
But
Funny.
just randomly hanging at Rocky's 15th birthday party.
So
Wow.
the horse stable was like a half moon ewe. I'll go real quick.
Yeah.
Bishop. And then all the horses' heads are sticking out. They look gorgeous. I'm like, Alex, come on, let's take a picture. So Alex,
Just take a picture. Yeah, come on, and go with a horse.
Alex
Fuck,
backs
all right.
up to the stable. The horse's head's right here, and as I'm snapping the shot, you hear, whoop, and the fucking teeth, like you could hear it. He just like chomped like in Alex's ear, missed. I was like, what the fuck?
Ooh.
Almost lost an ear.
Yeah, I was
There's
supposed
a
to
photo
do
op.
that night.
Yeah, because when they
horse
bite
ranch.
down, they grind.
Whoa.
They grind their teeth. Ooh, that would have been nasty.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there were horses on the horse ranch.
Yeah. So my Rocky story involves Saka.
Mm.
So this is a PCA about 3 years ago, and this is Vegas. And if you know how Vegas is set up, there was that the place that replaced the Circle Bar Luca, is there. And then if folks remember, there's a long aisle that leads from the entrance of the hotel into this area. And I'm talking to Rocky Patel, and typically what happens is Rocky's down there. There's
When you say aisle, are you talking about the hallway?
the hallway.
Yeah, you can't call that an aisle. It's
Okay,
like you can
hallway,
run a 747 down that fucking hallway. It's the main entrance hallway. Walkway.
right. It's a long hallway.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a long hallway. And but we're kind of with Bar Luca, you kind of starts peeling out of into that hallway. And so I'm standing talking to Rocky, and a group of people start gathering around. This typically happens if you're having a conversation with someone in this garden. So I want to say there's about 8 people in this group, and we're all talking to Rocky by this point. And then looking down the hallway, someone sees, oh, look, it's Saka. And I'm not kidding you. The whole group talking to Rocky runs to Saka. I stay with Rocky. Rocky's like dumbfounded. He's like, what the did I do? Like, what the heck? They all ran to Saka. I said, well, I'm still here with you, Rocky. Yeah, they literally all ran to Saka when this happened.
Really?
I felt bad for Rocky. On that
Sure.
I'm still here, Rocky.
We should stay. Coop. Credit to Coop for sticking around.
I didn't stick around with that. It's probably I felt bad for him, the expression on his face, but they all ran to Saka, and Saka's way down the aisle. He's not exactly moving fast either. So.
Right.
Right. He's just strolling.
He's just strolling with, oh, it's Saka. It's like
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Saka moving fast. Those are 2 things.
No, he's strolling.
I actually was kind of glad because I was able to get my conversation back in with Rocky one-on-one at that point. So.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good positive thing. Oh my gosh.
Now that Rocky ate up the whole first hour of KMA Talk Radio. Well, you've been in the industry that long. There's a lot of stories.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
A lot of Rocky Patel stories. Hey, Rocky was the first guy to bring a celebrity to the Great Smoke.
Ray Lewis?
Gary Sheffield?
Nope.
Gary Sheffield? Oh, really?
Nope.
No, I was gonna say he had an event with Gary Sheffield because I went to it.
Come on, peoples.
Was it a politician?
A Twix bar, if you can guess who it is.
Was it a politician?
I don't know. Do you consider politicians celebrities?
Well, I don't know because there was a politician at the Great Smoke.
No, I'll give you no.
Wasn't it Giuliani? Okay, because I was gonna say I remember Giuliani.
You're in the wrong decade, Jess.
Oh, well, he was at the Great. He was at the Great Smoke.
The first celebrity at the Great Smoke was brought by Rocky Patel. Now he wasn't the first celebrity at the Great.
Hold on. Gotcha.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. The first celebrity, which I will say was part of the first Great Smoke, was Clarence Clemens. And for those of you who don't know, famous saxophonist for the E Street Band.
That's awesome.
Because he was a local. He was a West Palm local, cigar guy. And there's great pictures, big man. And we donated the net proceeds from the ticket sales to his charity, which was, I think, called Home Safe at the time. He was very active in it. But Rocky was the first manufacturer, which I think was the second year, to ever bring a celebrity to the Great Smoke. Are the comments off in because I'm sure somebody watching the show has to remember who it was.
Yeah, somebody comments. That I don't know.
I don't know.
I know when I say it, Coop's gonna go. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, if we're not getting any comments, nobody's guessing. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Ready? All right. You want a hint? Right. Guess who gets it right? Oh, you got to name him there, buddy. Without Google.
I mean, at that point, it was a Joey.
Joseph Ganascoli.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Hey, Alex, do you know who Rocky Patel did a brand of cigars for in Philadelphia? Philadelphia athlete? He just passed away, Bernie Parent.
Did he really?
Yes, he did a line. Right after the Sheffield cigar, he did a line called BSB. It was more of a regional release in the Mid-Atlantic. But it was for Bernie Parent. Bernie Parent was promoting it with events. And they were actually pretty good cigars. They were pretty good cigars. I actually got a couple of boxes of those when they came out. And like I said, Bernie was promoting it with a lot of events and everything. It just I never got to get up there for one of the events, but yeah, he did it for Bernie Parent.
Interesting. Although I'll say I think Rocky did good moving away from those celebrity cigars.
Yeah, Gary Sheffield cigar.
The second one was bad. They redid it actually. The second one.
Yeah, the second one, but that first.
The first one was bad.
Cigar.
I'm telling you,
there may still be signed baseballs in a drawer in West Palm.
Could be actually.
Nice.
I found Gary very, very cordial, and I had a chance to interview him. Very nice guy.
More
yeah,
enjoyable than Ray Lewis, if you ask me.
Well, Gary Sheffield did not have that reputation as a player. I'll tell you that. He was a very surly type of player.
Oh.
So it was very. I found him very pleasant. To talk with. Yeah.
Yeah, we went to Kevin and I went to an event at Bern where they were both there, and there was two lines, and like you could see everybody wanted to go to Ray Lewis and not Gary Sheffield. I got into Gary Sheffield. He's super nice guy, fantastic, great conversation. Like got to spend actually some time because everyone was in the other line, and Ray Lewis was just so rude. He was like so dismissive to everyone, like who was there, who paid a lot of money to go to that event.
Wow.
Nuts.
I mean, and Gary Sheffield was at a great smoke or two, from what I remember as well.
They both were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Gary was, like I said, he was there for every fan who came up. I was surprised when I saw him at the Great Smoke. I had interviewed him at the IPCPR a few years ago. He actually remembered who I was, which it was like, I was like, just like, wow, he actually knows who I am. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, I found him. And then when he was doing baseball playoffs on TV for a while, he was taking his cigars on TV. Similar to what Big Papi did, but Gary Sheffield was doing it quite a bit during the playoffs about 8 or 9 years ago. You
know, I gotta say this happens to me all the time because I don't smoke the same cigar regularly a lot because I'm always trying a lot of stuff. Whatever. But God damn, this was a fucking good cigar.
LBD.
You forget. I mean, this thing. We're an hour in. Still got more than half of this little fucker left. I barely had to light it. Drawing great. This is great.
I recently found out a few years ago that LBD is a fashion term.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a fashion term as well. It refers to a woman's dress, I guess, a little black dress. Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Leave it to Matt.
Thank you for the Matt. Yeah. Thank you for the feminine update.
Yeah. Well,
the more you know.
The more you know.
The more you know. Yeah. I was told that from my wife, so I can't get. I didn't do this. So,
speaking of more, Alex, this is going to be your ring.
Oh.
So, just to give you an idea of how small the little chess pieces are. I don't know if you can.
Are you kidding me?
So I have to. So
are you making a chess ring?
So listen, I got to give Kevin credit, Abe, because somebody posted it and tugged me in it, of course.
Yeah.
And I literally just went, "Hey, Kevin, make this for me."
Yeah.
And Kevin said, "No problem, I'm on it." Sure.
So he put me in charge of it, and my
because it's magnetic too, Abe. The pieces will sit on the top.
This was my first try, and the little round ones did not. It was all over the place. I couldn't get them to stay right. So then I was thinking about it, and so that I had him order me a sheet. So I'll put a sheet on the underside and then do the little magnets on the pieces so they'll stay all magnetic.
And
then it has a store case in it.
What do you move the pieces with? A tweezer? Right. My fucking fingers is bigger than that whole board.
I know, but it's gonna be awesome when I get it done, and then you'll have a really.
No, but I'm saying my finger is the width of that whole board. How the fuck?
I know. No, there's no.
Yeah, and that's
no playing. It's just
these are the pieces.
You should really one day at the shop put it out on the table, bring 2 sets of mini tweezers and play with somebody. And I want to videotape everybody walking by like, what the fuck? You should say, oh, this is the new league, micro chess. Have you not heard of micro chess? Yeah.
So it's been a project. This one really pissed me off that it didn't work.
Man, credit to you guys. Thank you so much.
So no, it was fun. It's fun. It was fun. So now we come up with a really good plan to get it to work. So hopefully
I can be very careful when you say, "Hey, Kevin, make me that."
I know.
Really?
I know. Next thing you know, it's coming in the mail.
No, Kevin makes stuff I'll wake up and then there'll be something on the counter. He'll just leave it there, and then I'll be like, "When did you make this?" And he's like, "What do you think?" I'm like, "You're insane. Stop printing stuff."
All right. We're going to wrap up hour number 1. Going to take a short break, everybody, folks. We'll be back right after this. Don't go anywhere. But during the break, keep it lit. Honest Abe here with the GOAT to tell you about Smokin's Cigar of the Month Club. Alex, tell our fans out there why our club is the best darn club out there.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you why. Because every month I personally handpick 5 premium cigars. No filler, no fluff, no fugazis. These are all premium handmade name brands that you can find in any brick and mortar store in your area. All delivered to your door for $34.95. And our average monthly retail value since the inception of our club has been almost $57. Another great feature of our Cigar of the Month Club, Alex, tell them about the ease of our Cigar of the Month Club. I'll tell you, I hate subscription services. It's always a pain to cancel them, turning them on. We've made it super simple. All you gotta do is log into your account. There's a little green button there. If it's green, you're active. You want to take a break, you're going out of town, simply hit the button and you'll deactivate your membership. Want to turn it back on? The exact same easy process. You can turn it right back on. We've made it that easy for you. Another great feature is our Double Down Club. Alex, tell them about the Double Down Club. We had so many of our members reach out to us who really enjoyed our selections every month. They wanted to know there was a way they can get 2. And we've made that very simple. With a simple check mark, you can get double this great selections every month and save $10. Does our club have perks? Of course it have perks. You want to tell them about the perks? As a member of our club, every month there's a special discount code where if you like any of the selections, we will offer them to you, so you want to come and get some more, you can get them at a special discounted rate for our Cigar of the Month Club members. And finally, expedited shipping. Tell them how fast we get the stuff out, Alex. We get the stuff out on the 28th of every month. Our membership bills on the 28th, and we get every member's package out on the 28th if it's a shipping day. 5 great reasons on what makes Smoking Cigar of the Month Club the best club out there. Check it out. Peace. Hey, I really appreciate you doing the video with me. Thanks.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. I mean, you didn't let me get a word in, but whatever.
What?
That went great. It's perfect.
Sonny was right. The working man is a sucker, Dad. He's a sucker.
He's wrong. It don't take much strength to pull a trigger, but try and get up every morning, day after day, and work for a living. Let's see him try that. Then we'll see who's the real tough guy. The working man is the tough guy. Your father's the tough guy.
To me, that's the best scene in the movie. I wrote that scene in A Bronx Tale because I wanted to talk about the working man. Hi, this is Chaz Palminteri, and I'd like to tell you about my grandfather, Calogero, who I'm named after. Calogero Palminteri was born and raised in Menfi, Sicily. When he came to this country and landed at Ellis Island, he was so overcome with emotion that he dropped to his knees, kissed the ground, and felt the blessings of America. I have fond memories of my grandfather, who loved his family and a great cigar. This cigar is for my grandfather Calogero and all the hard-working men and women who came to this country with just a dream. This is the immigrant cigar. And let's face it, we all are immigrants. This great cigar was voted number 8 in the top 10 cigars in the world by Cigar Enthusiast magazine. Buy a box for yourself or buy it for someone who gave you a better life. Go to Smoke Inn Cigar in Florida and see Honest Abe and pick up a box of Chaz Palminteri cigars. Tell him I sent you.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of KMA Talk Radio, episode number 594. Alex looks very busy in Hour 2.
Coming.
I
had a side note question.
Yeah.
Random. What's your favorite non-plain cream cheese?
Like the brand?
No, not the like.
You mean like jalapeno,
veggie, onion and chives.
My wife loves the veggie. I'm not into veggie cream cheese. I'm not really into veggie anything, I think. But it's gonna be right up there, probably with either like I'm not a sweet breakfast guy, so all of like the honey, walnut, maple cream cheeses. Yeah. So I either go with like a jalapeno or I don't mind a lox, a smoked salmon cream cheese.
Ooh.
Why do you ask? You must have discovered something.
No, because I grabbed. Usually we get bagels on Saturday, and then we got the garden veggie this time. And I'm just curious. I was just curious. I think I'm more of like an onion and chive guy than the
onion and chive. Onion and chive for me.
I like onion and chive.
Yeah, onion and chive for me.
Yeah.
I just randomly grabbed a bagel, half a bagel of cream cheese. That's why I'm asking. I was curious.
Brooklyn water bagel?
No, Einstein.
No.
Only because I'm going to tell you why. That's fine. But Brooklyn water bagels sandwiches suck. I hate their microwave eggs, and that's the only. If it's just bagels, yeah. Brooklyn.
The Williamsburg is solid. The lock sandwich is solid.
I was gonna say the lock sandwich you have at Brooklyn.
I don't get it toasted. I don't even get it toasted.
Solid.
Yeah,
I need the protein.
We don't have a Brooklyn bagel over here. We have Einstein, but we every time we go down.
That's my one complaint with Brooklyn.
So
is those microwaved egg puff.
Yeah.
So it's funny because back when we were in the Seaview radio studios and we were still doing terrestrial radio, there was a Brooklyn water bagel right there in the corner before we got into the studio. We would have a bag of bagels every Saturday morning. Yep. We'd eat it before we go on. During the breaks, we'd walk out and get some bagels and stuff like that. And we could never get a comp. We used to always talk about Brooklyn Walker.
I know. I remember this.
You never get a support or a sponsorship or at least a comp bag of bagels on a Saturday.
Yeah,
morning.
or even just some extras, anything.
How about a tub of cream cheese for Pete's sake?
Cheese, yeah.
Dang.
You know what's funny? I'm finding, being that my father lives with me now, sometimes you got to treat old people like children. I'm realizing that all the snacks we had when I was a kid, they weren't fucking for me. They weren't for me because they're still here. Suddenly I'm finding all the snacks from my childhood showing up in my house because it's my dad wants them. I mean, there's like 6 containers of juice in my refrigerator. Nobody drinks juice. My children don't drink juice. They don't drink water. They don't even want the juice. I'm telling my house is turning into like a child's house. My dad, cakes, cupcakes, cookies.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you're 75. You get 1 soda a day.
Yeah. And it's sugar free.
Yeah. I'm telling you, everything, all these snacks. They're like,
so Kevin
they
and
weren't for me.
When we were at the Brooklyn Bagel, we go every time right before the Great Smoke. And we were sitting there and all of a sudden Kevin sees Steve and Cindy Saka and he I don't know, he got nervous or something. He spilled his soda all over him, all over the table. Steve's like, what the fuck is going on? What? And because he was trying to stand up, he was trying to shit. I was like, and I'm just eating my bagel. I look over at Steve and Cindy. I was like, I'm sorry. I can't take him anywhere because he was like a spaz about it. But it's everywhere.
The soccer effect when he walks in a room.
Yeah, but it was instant, and I was like, calm down. He was like, oh my god, it's Steve, and I'm like, it was the most bizarre thing, and I felt bad because there was soda everywhere.
Oh no.
Everywhere. It's all over the table, all over the floor. I was like, I'm just scooting down, sitting next to Cindy. I don't know these other people.
So
terrible.
So I've been drinking from this cup here. This is one of our limited edition series. This was our number 3 series. This was after my trip to the Middle East. But I do want to say that we dropped our 5th installment yesterday. And I do believe, last I looked, there was 9 cups left. These are all numbered. Yep, these are all numbered. Right? They're all numbered.
Nice.
All right. And the one we did for this month, I'm going to put the link up because this was really a socialite drop. We let our top fans who are in our Smoking Social Facebook group have access to them first. But there was 9 cups left. I'm going to put the link on it. It's a beautiful pink cup.
Where's the link? Watch this. Where's the link?
I'm typing it. Hang on. I'm typing and talking at the same time. Smoking.com/pink. Here's the link. That's the link. There was 9 left. And 100% of the proceeds from this cup is going to go to, I think it's called the Pink Queen Foundation. It's for breast cancer. So all the money from the cups we make is going to go straight to that foundation for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And it's a pretty cool looking pink. Gorgeous.
Yeah, I saw that Tammy Crabtree got hers because she's a cancer survivor, and I was like, that's awesome though that she's able to even buy a cup to say that.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's a 20 ounce, I think 22 ounce tumbler. It's tall as the other ones, but yeah, there you go.
That is sharp, man.
Yeah, so we like to drop these every blue moon.
Check me out real quick. Ready? Wait. All right. So if you're watching on your TV and you want to purchase that cup, scan the QR code right there.
Wow.
Nice.
That was
fancy.
All right, hold on. That was fucking pretty good. I want to test that fucker out.
You know what? I probably should have tested it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure as shit. Took you right there, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking look at Alex. Yeah, sometimes you're worth your pay, bro.
Yeah.
You know.
Sometimes you're worth your pay. But there you go. If you haven't gotten it, or you haven't seen it, or you're not in our Smoking Social group, but if you're watching the show, you really should be. I can't imagine people watching the show is on Smoking Social Facebook group. Oh, did my link come through? Because on my end, it says an error occurred.
I think because your S is capital, right?
Very strange.
I don't know.
Well, it's smoking.com/pink too. We made it very easy.
Yeah.
/pink. All right.
Alex is taking it to the level. All right. It's that time. We like to start the top of every second hour of our show. It's that time for everybody. We're going to test the musical acumen of this team and our fans out there. It's time to find out if you can name that jam.
Just real quick. Did you leak,
Yes.
Abe? Did you send what I sent you?
Did I send what you sent?
I sent you. You asked did you send?
I got no idea.
That means you didn't send. Name that jam. You didn't send. Nobody knows.
Was I supposed to send
Nobody
something?
knows. No, you weren't. I was hoping you didn't. Good. All righty, here we go. We got one song, one voice, one set of lyrics, one artist. Here we go.
Like painted kites. Those days and nights they went flying by. The world was new beneath a blue umbrella sky, then softer than a piper man. One day it called to you. I lost you too.
Shut up, Coop. I knew you were going to know this.
This is a softball beyond belief.
Softball my ass.
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness.
Did you send Jess the video?
No. Was I supposed to? You said you weren't done.
No, you said you asked if I.
You said you weren't done, so I didn't
I
send
wasn't
nothing.
done. I didn't want you to. I wanted. How did I mean? Jess, are you not aware that was your voice? Did you not pay attention to that?
That was my voice?
Yeah.
You want me to run that again?
Read it
Yes.
again. Yeah, do it again. Do it again.
Like painted kites. Those days and nights they went flying by. The world was new beneath a blue umbrella sky, then softer than a piper man. One day it called to you. I lost you too. That's awesome. That's awesome, but no.
I got no idea.
Well,
no idea.
The audience is doing good.
You know. Cooper, take it away.
The Summer Wind by the
Summer Wind.
chairman of the board.
I lost you too.
No clue.
Summer wind.
Oh, wow. It's
Yeah.
very hard in that monotone voice.
It really is.
I agree. Oh,
Ryan, if she didn't know it was her voice, yeah, I would say, I venture to say, that's a pretty educated guess right there, pal.
what time is it there, Ryan? We'll just
Seriously,
blame it on that
holy
you're
shit.
so tired. You're so
In
tired.
fairness, he's out in Colorado. It's early.
Yeah.
Either that or he went to the local edible shop, whatever.
Yeah.
Ryan's a good dude, man.
Yeah, he just walks outside and gets high.
Seriously.
It's in the air. It's in the atmosphere.
It's in the atmosphere.
That's why we love our guys. They got a great sense of humor. Yeah.
Oh,
she didn't even
yeah.
know it was her voice. Well,
No.
this segment was brought to you by the fine folks at Avo Cigar, eloquently making masterpieces with tobaccos for decades. Thank you very much, Avo Cigars. All right. Let's get that off. I've been meaning to ask Alex because they're out here. I got to take a picture of this. These guys are, I always say I really don't understand people who aren't dog people. I was going to ask how the puppy life is going because I know could always be a very look at this.
Puppy life's actually it's going.
Look at these guys.
Going good.
They're just hanging out. MJ and Kobe just hanging out. They like watching nature. They sit out here and just watch nature. I love how Kobe spreads his legs out. It just looks so comfortable.
Good hips.
Do they go after the lizards?
She does. She'll hunt stuff down. The Merle colored, which is the gray and black one. She's more of she will hunt something moving down. She's very cat-like, even fights cat-like with her two front. Yeah, he'll if you grab a ball and throw it, you're finished.
Oh,
he will relentlessly bring you the ball back and throw it at you and pick it up and throw it at you and pick it up and throw it at you, and you will want to play fetch 24 hours a day.
Oh, you got to get one of those things.
I have it. It's awesome.
You don't have to bend down.
I have it. He drops it right in the fucking thing and shoots it across the room. He chases it, comes back, he drops it in.
Yeah.
Best thing I ever bought. The hardest thing is keeping it fucking charged all the time because they didn't make it so it could stay plugged in, which is stupid.
Oh,
when it's
really?
plugged in, it won't work.
Charged?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. How dumb is that?
That is dumb.
What's it got, like a 20-minute battery life?
No, it lasts a day, but you gotta like charge it every day.
You gotta charge it every day, right?
Yeah, but it would have been nice too if they made it where you can swap out batteries then, right? Like have a charging station.
Whatever. How about just leave it plugged in?
Plugged in, yeah.
The one thing I gotta do with him, because he's a very violent fetcher. So like she'll run with him and he will actually rip it out of her mouth, and then he'll like shake like he's killing a dead animal with a tennis ball, right? But then he brings it back to the machine and he will knock the machine over. Yeah, he won't just like gently drop it in the fucking thing. Like he wants to attack the machine to put the ball in. So I gotta find like some double stick tape or something to mount it, so it could take a little. I mean, he's only like 15 pounds. He's not killing it, but it doesn't take much to move it, But yeah, how's your puppy doing? Tearing up the house?
No, he's actually doing really good.
You're lucky, man. A puppy in a new house is like terrible fucking combination.
Yeah, no, he's not tearing stuff up. He will chew on some stuff. My problem is I can't get anybody else to hit him on his ass. Okay. I'm trying to tell him there's no discipline outside of the act when it's happening in a dog. I can't talk to the dog and tell him that what he did earlier was bad. Yeah. It's gotta happen in the act. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not telling you to beat the life out of the dog.
Yeah, if you don't catch a dog in the act,
right. If he's nipping, you got to pop him in the nose. If he's chewing shit, you got to pop him in the ass. He'll know. He'll scatter off. Know. Okay.
Are you guys crate training?
Yes, crate is fine, and he's pretty much there on house train. The only thing he doesn't do, the only time that accidents happen, is he's not notifying. I may have to try the bell thing on the door. He'll go to the door, but if nobody's paying attention, he'll just fucking sit at the door. And if long enough, nobody's coming, I got to go. He goes.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing right now. The toughest part is he doesn't bark to tell me, hey, I'm at the door. Or, somebody's mentioned you can get a bell, and every time you go out, hit it, he'll start to understand, maybe hit the bell. But yeah, he's not barking yet. Maybe once it's
my son just got it's a little bit older than a puppy, but it was under a year. And they rescued it. She's a lab mix, and she likes to eat everything. And so she ate some plastic, and she had to have surgery. And because it got lodged and it caused an infection in her stomach. And I was like, oh, it's real fun to have a puppy, isn't it? Better put her in a crate, because they weren't crating her. And now they have to start all over and crate train this dog because she eats random stuff. Crazy.
That's the tough part too, when you got to like start over. It's like, you're dealing with whatever bad habits nobody, helped this dog with prior.
Yep.
That becomes a project.
Yeah, I crate trained all my dogs. Worked out perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been lucky with our dogs. Like they kind of already were potty trained, but like we did the crate with our first dog and she really didn't like it, but she didn't really need it. She didn't do anything. But the second dog we got, she would occasionally chew things and we had to nip that in the bud fast. But now we don't have to do any crate stuff. But I get why people crate train, like it's important.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the key to crate training is just it cannot be punishment. It cannot be you did bad, you got to go into pass or you lost.
Yeah.
What's funny is that, we got our dogs at 12 weeks instead of the typical 8 weeks when you get your dogs. They were the last.
I got them at 12 too. I did 12 too.
I'm going to tell you something. As a guy who had always got kind of puppies around 8 weeks, it made a world of difference because they were pretty much almost trained. That 4 weeks. That they're with the breeder and
they're big stretch. It's a third of their life at that point.
I mean, they're pretty much. At that point, you just got to realize they can't hold it in physically, so you can't miss it.
It's not. It's a physical.
Right. They don't have the physical muscles to hold it yet. So if you're late or you don't make it, they're gonna go. But they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Oh, there you go. The bell thing worked for him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, see.
There you go.
But I want him to start fucking barking. It's his job.
Yeah. Our dogs just come up and paw at us until we have to pay attention to them. They're like, get up.
So listen, they'll start barking on their own.
Usually, that's what I'm saying. Once his balls drop, he's young.
But then here's the thing, though. It's very hard to teach him when it's okay to bark.
When to bark, I know.
He's gonna bark every time the doorbell fucking rings.
But that's fine. I'd rather deal with that.
My dogs hear my car. My dogs hear my car. They know it's me. They know the second my alarm goes beep, they start fucking barking and they're at the door scratching your door waiting for me to walk in, whatever. But that's the hardest thing because they're just gonna start barking at fucking.
It's funny too. And Abe, you had a boxer before, you said, right?
Yeah.
Boxers are like contortionists. The way they move when they get excited, like they come.
Yeah. It's like a half epileptic seizure.
Very cat like too, jumping and they're very like contortionists when they get all roused and excited.
The back half doesn't coordinate.
Yeah, like the back half. He moved like this.
Yeah, yes. It's very true. I had a boxer too. They're very much like that. They're hilarious.
Super hyper, super. But the dude would jump 10 feet in the air to catch a frisbee. He was a leaper.
And they're strong too. They say that you should hang a rope with like a ball because they like that whole spinning.
Well, fortunately, I have a smaller palm tree in my yard, so. And it's some of the branches start. So one of them's already. It was low enough for him to jump and grab and bring it down. And so let him kill the tree. So I don't.
My favorite videos are the Belgian Malinois videos.
Climbing up,
just climbing up the dogs are unreal. I don't know how.
No. Oh, okay. There's them dogs, and then there's that dog. Was it you that sent me that? Did you ever send me that dog? Did I send you that dog?
No. I sent it to everybody.
You said
that dog in China somewhere in the pound that rules the pound.
I got to see if I can find it on YouTube.
Those videos were everywhere for a while, and then they just disappeared. They were going viral like crazy.
That dog was something.
No, that dog was gangster. He was gangster.
King of the junkyard.
He was gangster in, just his presence and attitude. But those Belgians, man, bro, what their bodies do, and they're just like unreal animals. Yeah, they defy gravity. They are really. I love. I think it was Joe Rogan had a clip on his show. Guard dogs or police dogs. They had a German Shepherd versus the Belgian Malinois, and they had a room, and the guy's all the way in the back corner of the room with a big outfit on, and they have chairs and desks, and the German Shepherd is going in and out, figuring out the direct route, and then finally gets to the corner, jumps over the last hurdle, and attacks the guy. They let the Belgian go, bro. Over every chair, over every desk, straight line, jumps right at the guy. I mean, those dogs are. I mean, if I was in my 20s and single, I probably would love to have one of those dogs. But you got to run that dog 24/7.
Yeah,
I don't know how Sarge does it.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, unreal stuff.
Coop, do you have any? You don't have any pets, do you, Coop?
I'm gonna guess Coop don't like dogs.
I love dogs. I just there's a no pet policy in my house. Yeah. And it's mine. Listen, we're not the right. We're not the right family to raise dogs, but we love them. I mean, my daughter's got 3 dogs with her husband, so we love those dogs. But it's
why the no pet policy? I'm just curious.
Well, honestly, with my job, I did a lot of travel. My wife was home with 4 kids. It was very hard. So
that would all fall onto her.
Okay, so listen to me. I got a dog once. Right. The kids wanted a dog. I made the tragic mistake when they were young. And the dog, I don't know, maybe about 6 months in or whatever, I gave the dog away. I gave it to
and that's what we didn't want to do. Exactly.
I gave the dog away because I'm coming home from work. No one's walked the dog. No one's fed the dog. I mean, what are you guys doing? Dog, you all wanted a dog. You think you didn't have to have some responsibility. So we gave it away, which really wasn't easy. I'm a really dog person.
Yeah.
And about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, my wife's getting an itch about getting dogs. And I told my wife, I said, hey, do you not remember? She's like, no, the kids are older now. I'm not running around. I don't have to have 2 and, to take care of the little ones, and they're old enough. They all want it, whatever. So we got it. And Petra's, at the time was 16, 14. I haven't walked the dog maybe 6 times since we've gotten the dogs. So they hit that age where they actually can handle the responsibility. I think that's what you got to be careful of.
Yeah.
When they're too young, they really don't understand what responsibility is.
Yeah. Yeah. I lived in an apartment for a long time with my kids. And so I didn't want any pets. That was just a whole nother hassle. But then when I moved, Kevin and I got together and we have the house together, he was like, no, he didn't want any animals either. And I was like, just came home with a dog. I was like, Now we have 2. I think he would kill me if I did anything else, but you know, I like weaseled it in there.
Is there a rule handbook in your house, Coop?
No, there isn't.
It's all up here. It's all up
here. But you know, then when we got like the century-old furniture and stuff like that, I don't think that would be very conducive for or fair to a pet.
Bro, all the chairs, all the legs are chewed up or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we
just left them until
it would be a struggle and not fair for the dog to move around in the house. So now that's why, we never got one. Yeah,
that's
fair. I'm not gonna like sit, you just can't do that. Yeah.
All right, I found it, Abe. You want to see this King Charles video?
Yeah. Poor kid's been waiting for somebody to supervise him watching egg. Yeah, he's been out here moping around. Somebody must have just came down because we just opened the door. He goes, "Do you want some eggs?" So he must have found some. That kid will burn the house down. You can't give that kid free range. I mean, seriously. He must have found somebody who'll supervise his egg making.
Finally.
Literally, he's so happy.
All right. Speaking of dogs, this is the video we were talking about.
Listen, this is not a one and done. There was a whole.
No, there's a plethora. This dog is there's a plethora, but this is just one of the good ones that I found. This is the most gangster of gangster dogs.
Have you ever seen an alpha dog? This video is from a shelter where a newly arrived black-colored dog is picking fights with these 4 males to gain the alpha position among all. Now watch closely this calm, white-colored old chassis dog. See how the large Great Dane instantly bows down in respect despite being twice its size. The German Shepherd stands up in respect and announces the king's arrival. All the dogs fall silent and move aside while the black dog submits, admitting its mistake. The alpha didn't make a sound, yet every dog went quiet because they know if they question the dog inside him, he'll tear them apart like paper. Dog lovers, subscribe. Have you ever seen an alpha dog? This video.
And there are hundreds of videos of this guy just like controlling. And I don't know what this place is. I hope it's not like, but there's probably about 30 dogs there. And this guy controls this whole compound just like that. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Do you know, you guys follow The Sopranos, I'm sure, and you know about the character of Tony.
What show?
The Sopranos. Right. So, you know the character of Tony Soprano, right? How it was with animals.
Yes.
Like he put animals above people.
Yes.
And that was the joke about my dad. My dad was very much like that. Like I'm telling you, like the pets could do no wrong. We had dogs growing up too. That was another thing why I probably never got one.
Listen, they're more loyal than most people I know.
Yeah, that's what he would say. And that's what he would say.
The age-old saying, lock your wife and your dog in the trunk of your car overnight. Open it up in the morning and see which one still loves you.
Which one's even happy to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the happy to see you part.
Yeah.
I think both Kevin and I are very guilty. Like we'll be like really affectionate towards the dogs in the morning or in the evening. And then but with he and I, if we come home or something, we're just like, hey. Right. Like sometimes we don't even say hello, but to the dogs, they always get hello and give it a day.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something now. My kids are 17, 16, 14, and 11. And I'm going to tell you something. It wasn't that long ago. I would come home from work and I would open the door to 4 charging children. Yeah. Charging like a fucking stampede.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I open the door now, and you think I live alone.
Yeah, it's true.
They're in their rooms. They don't give a fuck. They hear my car come up. They could get careless, but you know who's at the dog? You know
the fucking dogs are at the door.
The motherfucking dogs are. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah. But what's even funnier is when my kids come in and I'm standing there and there's dogs. I don't get a hello. The dogs do. They instantly come in. They bypass me, and they're like, so it's the same. It's like in reverse. It's the same concept. They can care less. They're like, oh, it's you.
Let me
Where's
tell
the
you
dogs?
Let me tell you something. If I go take a long shit, right? I get caught on my phone. I'm in there for 23. I come out. It's like I fucking went away.
Yeah, the dogs are
They're all excited again. Bro, I've been right here. My favorite thing is when I'm in there, almost every time, one of their tails is underneath the door, going like this, because they butt up against the door waiting for me to come out. Yeah. Who the fuck does that? You wonder why. No. You wonder why your dad said the dogs are better than humans. I could die. Have a heart attack on the fucking porcelain bowl. They wouldn't find me for days.
So funny.
It's the truth.
It's the truth. All right, Coop. Oh, we got news today. We got news.
Maybe not as interesting as last week, but one or two things interesting.
We'll make it interesting.
Let's
find out. It's that time to find out what's been going on in the industry. We're going to find out what's the scoop from our dear friend Coop.
Hey, yo, what's my theme music?
The Scoop with Coop. Breaking industry news. Hear it first on KMA Talk Radio and cigar-coop.com.
Okay, so no animals coming in the bathroom with me. I mean, if I'm shaving and the bathroom doors open, they want to come in while I'm shaving. Yeah, but if I'm going like in the bathroom, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Cats go in the bathroom with you because they're hoping they can get a hold of the razor and take you out and escape.
Yeah.
Cats don't even like you.
That's funny.
Yep.
As far as from the cat's point of view, they are a prisoner in their oppressor's home looking for a way out.
I just saw a video of a woman saying, where people are talking about like other scary animals in the world. And they're like, no, there's nothing scarier than owning a cat. Like they'll sit on you and take away your air, your breath. I'm like, yeah, they're out to get you.
Have you ever seen the videos of the cats attacking dogs?
Yes.
Yeah. Bro, those are hilarious.
Yeah, they are.
Dogs absolutely petrified to walk by a cat. Big dogs too.
Especially because dogs know, they don't have that pounce speed like a cat does. Dog thinks he's got distance on the cat. Next thing you know, the cat's on top of his
You'll see ones
head.
that, they jump from anywhere, out of nowhere is half the time. Yeah, no thanks.
All right, Coop, what you got for us?
We got some STG news. A couple of limited releases. The first one is this one. I think's already arrived at the stores. They have the 2025 edition of the Weller by Cohiba. So this is they've been doing this now. This is the 5th iteration that they're doing of this, and they've teamed up with Weller, which is one of the brands under the Buffalo Trace Distillery. And this is a barrel aging project that they've done where they take the binder and they age it in bourbon barrels. And they've been changing the bourbon barrels up the last few years. So this year, the binder is aged in a Weller Antique 107 bourbon. I believe the 107 stands for 107 proof. And it comes in these metal tubes. So if you're interested in the wrapper binder filler, it's a Sumatra wrapper. The binder that they're aging in the barrels is broadleaf from the USA, not disclosed where. Honduran, Nicaraguan, Dominican fillers. So these are in the stores already, and price point is they did give us pricing on this, $29.99. Gotta say STG is good at giving us pricing, so
it's expensive. I'll tell you.
Some of them have been good, these cigars. Some have not.
Yeah, and listen, I really was never really interested in these type of barrel aging, but I gotta say, Macanudo Flint Knoll changed that for me.
Macanudo Flint Knoll was the best one they've done.
And so I'm open to try, because that really changed that. Done correctly, these come out.
If you haven't had a Flint Knoll, you should really try one. Actually, I'm gonna tell you something. We've had their wine. Their wine is fucking
excellent. We did it on the show, actually. Yeah,
excellent wine. But if you haven't had Flint Knoll, you should try one. I'm not sure if we still have all 3 years in stock, but I know at least we got a couple years in stock on the smoking page. Macanudo Flint Roll. Anybody can venture to say what was the first project that did this kind of thing that I know of? This is not fact. This is just my getting old Swiss cheese recollection. Who's the first guy to do this?
I mean, do we call it Perdomo?
Nope.
No.
The first person to do this.
Sometimes people don't get the proper props they should get, the rightful props.
Yeah. This is a great question.
This guy, in my opinion, as far as I know, started this whole fucking thing. Anybody out there? Anybody in KMA land? No. Anybody want to take a shot?
It's not Lou Rossman, is it? Did Lou Rossman?
No.
It wasn't. Okay.
Is it still out there?
Like I said, I could be wrong on this.
Is it still out there?
Maker's Mark. I thought about that, but
I don't think Maker's Mark.
It's a little different, that one.
I don't think Maker's Mark did that process. I think they infused the tobacco with
that's
flavor. That's not the same thing.
Same thing with Gurkha.
That shit's been going around forever.
Gurkha
there it is.
Has one.
There it is. Gary
Who's
Brooks.
Perdomo.
Asylum.
Dragon's
Asylum.
Dragon's Milk.
Oh,
whatever the fuck that was. That came in like milk cartons.
That was a great cigar. I have a couple of those left. Yeah. And they couldn't continue the project, I think, because it was the dragon thing was an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the first one that I really recall. I mean, look, if they were doing it, no one ever marketed or promoted it, but that's the first one I can remember where they were taking the tobacco and they were aging them in these barrels.
They took the whole cigar and put it in those barrels. Actually,
is that what they did? Okay.
Yeah, they were actually putting and that cigar. I tell you what, it was a fantastic cigar. I remember I bought one of the milk cartons after trying one of those.
Yeah,
it was a great.
It's definitely something that's now become very popular. Kevin and I got to do that with a company, and it was really cool process. But I even think Jeff does that too with some of his FSG. From Corona, I think he put some in the barrel.
Gary knew the company.
New
Holland, Michigan. Yeah. Great. By the way, great as well. They make great.
Tom Mazuka, a pioneer. Which, by the way, Asylum coming back to the Great Smoke for the first time in many years.
Yay!
So I interviewed Christian on Thursday night, and he was telling me that this Asylum Split Personality, which is the banana flavored cigar, is such a monster. He thinks that is going to be his biggest production. By going forward, by far, that thing is exploded.
The banana flavored?
The banana flavored cigar called Split Personality. It's banana flavored.
Interesting.
And it's taken off. He said.
Have you tried it yet, Coop?
The answer is no, because I don't like bananas, so I don't know. Yeah. It's just not appealing to me.
You know what else
people
too?
do like it.
But no, not for nothing though. That is a tough one because if we're being honest, any banana flavored candy is normally like the worst one.
Yeah.
They just don't hit as like cherry or straw, but like banana flavored, that artificial banana flavor. So I don't know. It'd be interesting, but that artificial banana flavor.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I'm going to try to get one of the other Coop team members to review that cigar because obviously it's of interest, but I don't think I can be fair if I don't like banana and review it. You know what I mean? But I'm going to see if one of the other Coop guys will do it.
Sometimes you just got to go old school. Sometimes you just got to go old school, buddy.
Tastes like a banana split.
Yeah. But people I know who smoked it said it's good. And it's really, Christian said this cigar is absolutely taken off for him. Yeah.
Nice. I love Christian. He's such a nice man. He really is. God, he's so nice.
After the news, remind me to address this right here. Might as well going to start leaking the information right now. So go ahead, Coop. What else you got?
All right. Also from STG on the Ford side of the house, Room 101 is brought back to Namakubi for 2025. And if folks don't remember, if you go back in the history of Room 101, Matt had a few like misfires for many years. He just was missing. And he comes out with Namakubi in 2011, and a lot of people said this is do or die for you, basically. And it was a huge hit. The Namakubi became a huge hit, turned things around. Matt will tell you that cigar turned things around for him. But when Matt ended the relationship with Davidoff, Namakubi went away for a few years. Now they're bringing it back as a biannual release.
A biannual? Okay.
Yeah, every other year they do it now. And so this is the 2025 edition that's come out, and this is starting to hit the stores right now. It's a different blend, though, than it was back with the Davidoff days. This is the Mexican San Andreas wrapper over Ecuadorian Sumatra and Pennsylvania, Nicaraguan, and Dominican fillers. It comes in a Perfecto. Now, one of the sizes is one of these Perfecto sizes that Matt had made popular. It's called the Chingaron, which is a 6.5 by 50 Perfecto. It's wrapped in the paper and tissue paper, which I'm not the biggest fan of, I'll be honest with you.
Me too. I hate that shit.
It hides the cigar. That's why.
Hate that shit.
I mean, it's great packaging, but I don't know if it's great to really move a cigar. He's also making this cigar with STG at William Ventura's factory, which is the factory where Henderson came from. Henderson's now got his own factory, but that's his father and brother's factory that they're making this at. So Matt was making cigars with them when he unretired from Davidoff. He started doing stuff with them. So they've continued that.
Very cool.
I'm gonna dub this the Nama Bluebee.
Nama Bluebee.
Yeah, they've been changing the colors like every release. I still love the old black and red that they had with this going.
Yeah.
Do you know what Namakubi stands for?
No idea.
This is only Matt and Booth. The severed head of a samurai taken in battle.
Yep. Makes sense.
That's Matt Booth. That's on Matt Booth.
Definitely makes sense.
This is, I got to read the quote from Matt in the press release. The magic component of the Namakubi blend that is aged mathematically and strategically in the tears of our haters. This is the source of the depth of its deliciousness. It is a taste of victory in the face of adversity.
I'm glad you were even able to read anything from him. Sometimes there's stuff in there you just can't say.
Oh my goodness, I know. This one, like,
in the tears of our haters.
Yeah. In the tears of our haters, mathematically and strategically aged. Okay.
Boy, that's a good release for an October release right there. Make it all pink. Namabubi.
Namabubi.
Yeah, Namabubi.
There you go.
Don't give him any ideas.
Donate, donate some of the proceeds to breast cancer.
I mean, he can then just add that to his, send nudes.
Yeah.
Collection that he has.
I think I'm gonna be calling Matt Booth about Namabubi.
Yeah.
You
need to.
Yeah, good October drop. Namabubi.
Namabubi.
Yep.
Wait, for a cigar or for a theme?
What?
When you say Namabubi and a drop in October?
Cigar, Namabubi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Hang on.
Make a
good cigar,
awareness.
is what I'm saying.
Hang on. There it is.
Oh, you're messaging? He's asleep, probably.
Oh, definitely. Hey, Matt. I want to make Namabubi next October as a special release with the proceeds going to breast cancer. What do you think?
Oh my gosh.
Let's see how that goes over.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who knows where he is in the world? He's always somewhere.
Somewhere. Where in the world is Matt Booth? Yep.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I
got it.
The magic component of the Namakubi blend is that it is aged mathematically and strategically in the tears of our haters. This is the source of the depth of its deliciousness. It is the taste of victory in the face of adversity.
There you have it.
Yep. And all the glory.
Namabubi.
That Namabubi, because normally you don't do a spinoff of a brand that you own, but that Namabubi just might push him over the edge. That name.
Well, it's Matt Booth. That's what I'm saying.
It's Matt Booth's name. Namabubi.
That's awesome.
What else you got, Cooper?
It's short smoke season as we get into the winter in some of the colder areas. So Plasencia's got a couple of short smoke line extensions they've come out with. The Plasencia Almaforte Colorado Claro has a 4x52 size it's come out. And the Plasencia Reserva Original has a Corona Corta, which measures 3 7/8 by 48. That original, the Plasencia Reserva Original is their, they say it's 100% organic, meaning they don't use pesticides or artificial fertilizers, and they've certified that. So both of these cigars have started to hit the shelves right now. It is $7.99 for the Reserva Original and $14.99 for the Colorado Claro. And it's actually called Robusto Corto.
Oh, that's a little steep.
That's a very premium line. That Colorado Claro.
It is, but
for a short smoke,
that's the thing. It's almost not even worth because it's a high price. It's not even worth making it.
I don't really see people go gaga for these short smokes outside. I don't know. Maybe I'm in the wrong, but I've talked to people in the colder areas. Like,
listen, I get it in the colder, but even still, especially it's never $15 for my 20-minute cigar.
Yeah.
I don't know. This was a short smoke. It's going on 2 hours. Now, granted, I had to relight a couple times, but shit, man, this thing.
But you're not standing outside even 20 minutes in the cold. I don't know a lot of people who do that, to be honest.
Yeah, but the problem is that anyone who lives in those areas also know, like, your cigar can split easier. So you're spending that kind of money
to have a cigar, because if it's really cold, you can't make it 20 minutes unless you have a setup. And if you have a setup, smoking a cigar.
But your cigar can't make it in that kind of weather either. Your cigar reacts to that. Even here, like, we have to be careful with the humidity sometimes, when you go in and outside. So just the cold will crack it. Sure. Not smoke well, I don't think.
What else you have, Cooper?
All right, last thing. John did a great job last week covering the whole UTL thing in California. There's been some developments over the last week. It's been pretty busy. Earlier this week, the cigar industry filed a temporary restraining order to try to get the October.
What does it say?
Can you read that?
It says, okay.
Stop moving. Obviously, I enjoy, and I'm in.
Yeah. All right. Hold them to that, babe. Hold them to this. Hold them to this.
That's how easy it is to work with some people.
Yep.
Yeah. Matt's awesome. Oh my gosh.
So anyway, I'm sorry.
All right. So there was a temporary restraining order filed in federal court earlier this week to try to stop the October 9th deadline where you had to get your things on the UTL. The judge came back and told them no, because I guess there was an issue where one of the big issues was they said they didn't have jurisdiction over the TRO. You had to go to state court to do that. They also kind of said it conflicted with the 11th Amendment. I don't know all the technical details of that, but nonetheless, the industry then filed another temporary restraining order with California Superior Court in Los Angeles. We haven't heard back from that, but the October 9th date has passed already. So this is going to be an ongoing soap opera for the next few months. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's also a money grab.
It's a total money grab. It's a total money grab. And it's I know you guys talked about this last week. I'm going to give him credit as well because I talked to John about this. What Charlie Minato and Half Wheel did breaking this down in a couple of articles this past week, they do deserve a lot of credit. I know you guys were joking around about it, but I said to John, I said, I wish when I got a press kit from the trade associations, they would give me the information that was in Charlie's article because that's the stuff I want to write about. Not like, hey, this is I get it's egregious and it's terrible, but to get some of the information that Charlie had in there was very, very good. And he deserves props on that. That was very well done. He broke that down.
Yeah, Charlie's really good at breaking.
They spend a lot of time on that. I mean, I don't have the time to spend on that. And, they invest a lot of time on that, and they really educated a lot of people on stuff like that.
Right. Which, I mean, helps make people understand, too, like the process.
He went through some of the history and what some of the impacts are. He wrote an opinion piece the other day, which I thought was pretty good as well. I think this is going to be a very tough case for the industry to win. I think this is a little different than the FDA. I think this is going to be a much tougher one. And California seems like they're much better organized than the FDA was on this. So this is going to be a tougher case. I'm not saying it's not winnable because, again, I'm not a lawyer, but it just seems like California has their stuff together right now.
Terrible. Is that it for the news?
That's it for news this week.
Thank you very much. Always keeping us up to date. Please check out our dear friend's site at cigar-coop.com. All right. That being said, I always got to check my phone. I don't even know what week are we on? What number are we on?
We are at week 6, pick 5, if that makes sense.
Yes, week 6 of Tail of the Tape. We're going to share with you our number 5 pick this week. Let's run it. Jess, before we jump in, any favorite TV theme show songs off the top of your head?
Fresh Prince.
That's a good one. That's a great one.
Popped into my head. I don't know why, but everyone probably knows. Yeah, see, look it. You got it. See, look, there.
So
everyone knows that one.
Need to bring this up. We're finalizing how this is going to work. Should have the final demo hopefully next week go live. We're going to do a couple videos. We're going to really push this out there. So what we're doing for the Great Smoke tickets, you're hearing it here first, will go on sale Tuesday, November 4th, Eastern Standard Time.
Go vote and then buy your tickets. Yep.
How this will work, because we have so many problems with sites crashing and people missing tickets. Now, here's the thing: when you do something like this, and I want to just preempt everybody, this could be a total catastrophe.
It's going to be great.
It could be a total catastrophe. We're going to watch it, and if it is a total catastrophe, we're just going to shut it all down, recoup, and maybe put it back up the next day. I don't know. But if it works, it's going to work really good. But we got this queue it system in. So at noon, when you either from the smoking page or the Great Smoke website, when you click buy tickets now, you will go in a waiting room. And the waiting room will tell you what number line you're in. and how much the approximate wait time is. And you got to leave your computer up. You got to leave it up. And then when your time comes, it just lets you write on the page. And from there, you'll have 10 minutes or whatever it is, 15 minutes to figure out what tickets you want, whatever, and check out. If you leave the page or you check out, whatever, you got to go back to the waiting room if you want to get back in. So everybody who's watching us always gets some benefit inside information. Know what tickets you want. Have a feeling, have a plan going in it so that you get it right the first time.
Yeah, and this way they have enough time, right? Like,
can we do our segment now? We jumped this in the middle of a segment.
Well, because I said I was going to talk to you about it after the news, and I don't want to forget because we start talking and Preston asked about it, so I wanted to make sure we got that in.
And if you're not familiar with this, folks, don't panic. Limited edition sneaker sites do this all the time, and if it works right, it makes everybody's life easier. Most importantly, yours.
Yes.
So
and fair.
This is not some new technology that we.
No, Ticketmaster uses it. A lot of people use it.
Right. So this will make everybody. Hopefully, it all goes off correctly.
Michelle said this sounds like math.
It's not.
All right. So, Tail of Tape. Take it away, my friend.
All right. Tail of the Tape. Pick number 5. So for me, I think subconsciously hummability played a much bigger factor when I was doing this list than I realized. But number 5 for me is The Simpsons, which is literally just a hum song. Totally a hum song. I mean, there's nothing else to it, but immediately recognizable, maybe even in your head after you watch the show. So Simpsons, number 5.
All right, I'll go next. So, seasons drag on so long. My thing was the show had to have lyrics, so it couldn't be strictly instrumental, original soundtrack, I think. So this is one of the shows on my list that the theme song made my list, but I wasn't as big as a fan of the show. It wasn't a hardcore show I watched regularly. Like if I was flipping through the TV and it was on, I might have watched it. But still, if I had to go with theme songs, man, for a show I really wasn't a huge fan of, I know every word to the song pretty much. Laverne and Shirley.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Laverne and Shirley.
It's one of the best.
Yeah, I mean,
kind of a campy song, but it's a good one. I gotta say,
it's a good one, man.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, it's a good pick.
Really? I don't remember that one.
Really?
Really? No,
I remember. I remember Laverne and Shirley, Lenny and Squiggy. But I don't remember the theme song.
I want to say that was released as a single too. I want to say they released.
I don't even know what. Does anybody know what the first words they say? I just always make it up.
Lamille,
Shamagle, Daffodil
Incorporated.
Yeah. I don't even know what the fuck they say. What the first 3 words are.
Everybody I think just makes it up.
I just make them up.
It's just fun. It's like it's just a fun. It makes you happy.
Yeah.
For a show that I wasn't a fan of, like I watched it every week or whatever. Yeah. For me to really know that song, it says a lot.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know what's funny? The song you said, or the show you said is a female version, I think, of this show. That's my number 5. My number 5 is the Odd Couple song. And that is a great song. And I love how they led you into it. Like they'd have an opening scene, and then there was this melodramatic moment. You'd have to cut the scene, and then they'd cut to the theme song, and you'd have the whole scene where Felix Unger was asked to remove himself from his apartment. The song's brilliant because it's a combination of jazz and swing, and you could argue that the swing part was really more of Oscar Madison's kind of surly and sloppiness, and the brass part was Felix's upright stuff. The other thing is there were lyrics to this song with the movie. There actually was a lyrical version of this song recorded.
Now it's funny. I know the show. I watched the show. I can't remember the theme song. Now I got to go. Oh, yes. Now I got it.
Yeah. And so, and I loved The Odd Couple. I watched that as a 7 or 8 year old. I just loved that show. It was an easy show to understand. The neat guy and the sloppy guy. It was, and it kind of like Laverne and Shirley, I thought was always built on that. As Shirley was kind of the neat and proper one, and Laverne was kind of the grouchy, not as neat, so to speak.
Alrighty, that rounds out number 5 pick. Let's get the board up.
Oh, we have the board.
Nice.
Not a lot of overlaps.
I was just going to say that. Not a lot of overlap, man. Not a lot, which is cool.
So it was such a big category to choose from. I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
the ones that are overlap, definitively were worthy then.
Sure.
Yeah, like we had Abe, you and I had the overlap with Fall Guy, which I didn't think even. I thought I'd only have that one for sure. Yeah.
Fall Guy's great.
Sanford and Son also overlapped. Did Sanford and Son? Yeah, was on 2 as well.
Yeah, that's really it, man. Not a lot of overlap here.
Yeah, good stuff.
And I'm surprised that not more people picked the Monkees like you did, Abe. Like that's classic. I don't know.
It's a lot of lists. It's a lot of lists.
There's still to go. To me, the Monkees was one of the most brilliant things. It really ushered in it. There wouldn't have been MTV if it wasn't for the Monkees.
True story.
It really, they kind of invented that concept.
All right. In our traditional closing of the show, it's time to find out, brought to you by the fine folks over at Drew Estate. Would you rather?
Alrighty, I'm a little bit excited with this season of Would You Rather. We got some new blood, so let's take it away.
What is going on? Is DJ Eli, your official Drew Estate Cigar DJ, aka the Cigar Smoking DJ, and I have some Would You Rather questions for you. Would you rather listen to 80s hair bands or 80s metal?
You're out.
Oh, that's a great question.
You're out.
Wow.
I love Eli.
My son heard the music and said, "Oh, can I do it? Can I do it?" I'm like, "Yeah, come on." And then as soon as it comes out, "You're out." He goes, "I don't know what that is." I said, "Yeah, you're out."
Eli coming in swinging. I will tell you, I'm an 80s hairband guy. Hairband over metal. I'm just not a metal guy.
Oh, it's me too. I'm with you on that one, Alex.
I figured you would be.
But I would put Van Halen in the hairband category.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole LA music scene to me is great.
Give me an example of what 80s metal bands was. Would they be like Judas Priest, Iron Maiden?
Metallica, Iron Maiden.
No, Metallica was later.
They were later,
Oh,
they started in the 80s. They started in the 80s.
But they didn't get really popular.
Late 80s and got really popular.
Yeah, probably like Judas.
I would. There was some of the metal bands started to cross over to top 40, like Rat. I think people would maybe say it was that.
Rat could technically be a hairband too.
Yeah.
You could make that argument certainly too.
Yeah. So Slayer. See a lot of these guys.
Queen's Rice. Yeah.
Yeah. Judas Priest. Black Sabbath.
I guess Quiet Riot would have been a
Quiet Riot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with hairband, and now that I've kind of analyzed it a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with hairband.
definitely hairband.
But I think the line started to blur by the later part of that decade.
Yeah, like Motley Crue was very blurry between
Motley Crue. I would give that. I could say they could kind of go towards rock a little bit.
Yeah, it does get blurry, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
A lot of these metal guys were rocking the 80s hair.
I mean, what would you consider Bon Jovi?
Hair.
Do you think he would be more hair?
I feel like
rock.
Bon Jovi's more of a ballad band. If you have rock ballads, you kind of land in that.
Yeah, I think a lot of it also should come to what the music is, right? So Motley Crue really kind of puts them in it does get blurry.
It gets blurry, man. It gets blurry. Good question, Eli.
Yeah.
Well, that was our question.
It was a great question.
That was a good one.
Yes. I'm going to text Ernie after the show. Tell him great job.
Yeah, he did really good.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us on this fine Saturday. Thank you to Jess for being our guest.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
We really appreciate everyone joining us. We hope we entertained you. You had a little fun, and we'll be back next week. And until then, everyone, keep it lit.